Kay Warren. Very inspirational women, I tell you. Well, our next presenter is the founder and the CEO of Women for Women International, an organization which since 1993 has helped over 270,000 women, survivors of war, access social and economic opportunities. Zainab Salbi was commended by President Bill Clinton for her work in Bosnia and Herzegovina and is a World Economic Forum Young Global Leader, among many, many other honors. An articulate advocate for women and girls everywhere. We're so honored to have her with us. So please help me welcome very warmly Zainab Salbi.
Well, thank you very much. What a great honor to be in the company of amazing awardees. This definitely feels that it's the women's version of the Academy Awards. If you missed yesterday, you ain't missing anything. This is the real deal, celebrating women and men's accomplishments. So. It's truly an honor to be here and shine the spotlight on the inspiring work of two incredible individuals, Peter and Patricia Gruber, who, in addition to having accomplished many things in their personal and professional lives, have, over the years, dedicated their time and resources to supporting women's rights and women in the sciences. Peter Gruber is a living testament to the beauty of humanity. His life captured the imagination of many and inspires us all. He was born in Hungary, escaped with his family to India during the Holocaust. He went to boarding school in the Himalayas. He came to New York and created the Oriental Studies Foundation, which sponsored the translation and publications in English of Tibetan texts. He then went on and created an assets management as legendary pioneer in emerging markets. And then, last but not least, he paved the roads for his career in philanthropy that rewards innovation, creativity, and visionary thinking. He leads by example, choosing to invest strategically in high-impact and long-term initiatives that will benefit many generations to come. Peter today is unfortunately unable to join us. He is in St. Thomas. But, well, yes, I understand what you're saying and thinking. However, we should all, and I ask you actually to all wish him healing. He is not, unfortunately, he's not doing very well, and that's the reason why he couldn't join us. So I wish him peaceful recovery. But in his, as he was asked recently, he was commenting recently while he was sick, or while he's still sick, he says, someone told him, you did such a great things in your life. And he said, you can do something great every day by just forgiving someone. And I think if you erase all of Peter's accomplishments, all of his rewards and philanthropy and contribution to the markets and Tibetan text in English, and if you just remember him by this sentence, you can do something great every day in your life by just forgiving someone, that by itself is a wonderful gift for humanity. And if Peter is a testament to the beauty of humanity, then Patricia Gruber is a testament to the love we have for each other. Her background in psychology and then psychotherapy exposed her to various realities and challenges present in our own very backyard, in this country, in American cities. She then serves on numerous boards, including the International League for Human Rights at the United Nations, and dedicated her time to advocate and protect every person's right to dignity and respect. Through her actions, she shows the world that the love she has in her heart is bigger and brighter than the darkness that is in this world in the same time. But nothing can show their love and deep respect for each other first and for the world that we are living in than how much they gave to honor individuals around the world who are doing innovative and groundbreaking work that propels human natures forward. The Peter Gruber Foundation was first set to honor and award education and scientific accomplishments that better the human conditions and to recognize significant victories in our fight for social justice. I had the privilege, along with our hostess today, Linda Bash, to serve as the women's rights activist as one of the first boards that set up the rights. And I know personally, as someone who works in the field and have to always fundraise, that there is nothing more thoughtful and rewarding than to get the unrestricted prize of $500,000 to acknowledge courageous women who have dedicated their lives to ending human rights abuses. They have awarded from Her Honorable Judge Pillay was the first woman, the pioneer woman in changing laws in the International Criminal Tribunal to prosecute rapists and those who have ordered rape. To Sakina Yacoubi, the founder of the Afghan Institutes of Learning. To many women who are everyday women who have dedicated their lives and sacrificed and risked and took many risks to service in their countries from Afghanistan to Iraq to Liberia. And I personally had the privilege of meeting some of them during the award. They had their families and the tears of their fathers. It was mentioned that your mother's birthday was celebrating this week. The tears of their fathers celebrating their daughters were the most touching thing to see during these award ceremonies. Last but not least, I am personally a big Rumi fan. Rumi is a 13th century Sufi poet. And one of my favorite poems by him, he says, "Out beyond the worlds of right doings and wrongdoings, there is a field. I shall meet you there. When the soul lies down in this grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other no longer makes any sense. I honestly believe Peter and Pat Gruber are the new Rumis, are the modern Rumis of today's world. And they have been building that field where we can all meet and we can all celebrate our accomplishments for a long time. And it's about time to honor them with this award. Before I ask Patricia Cooper to come, please join me in watching another introductory film about their work. Ladies and gentlemen, please help me welcome Patricia Cooper.
Thank you so much, Zainab, for a fabulous introduction. And as Zainab has said, I'm very sorry my husband cannot be here. Although he's in St. Thomas, he's not well enough to travel, not well enough to be here. But as you can see from the video, he has been a fundamental and firm believer in women quite naturally, and as a naturally ethical person and supporter of women. It's just a simple fact. And if the world were as Peter saw it, we would have no problems with women's advancement. In his business, he mentored women and encouraged women. He encouraged women to become full people. His company was run by a woman, CEO, who had been a bookkeeper at a hotel, and she was a brilliant woman. And she achieved her rightful place under his mentorship. He mentored me as well. I was in psychotherapy. We established the Peter and Patricia Gruber Foundation. We started it out as the Peter Gruber Foundation in 1993. And I had absolutely no confidence. I was fine in the therapist chair, but I couldn't imagine running a foundation. So I thought, it's a husband's wish. I just don't know if I can possibly do that. And so I didn't. I continued my psychotherapy. And then in 2000, we had just done really predictable philanthropy for all those years, funding worthy social service organizations. And in 2000, he said, this is the time for you to take the helm as the president of the foundation. I have no tolerance for detail. I'm not going to do this. It's yours. So I was totally freaked out. And I immediately went onto the National Council of Foundations website. And much to my relief, a fact there was enormously reassuring that most people in nonprofit management do not start out with an MBA in nonprofit management. So my second career was launched, and in that year, we began to establish our prize program. As you might guess, many people have helped us along the way. No leader does anything alone, and we have been supported by a huge, capable team. We have only 4 dedicated employees, all of whom are here tonight, from our 2 offices in St. Thomas and New York. But offering 5 prizes in genetics, neuroscience, cosmology, justice, and women's rights, we have to have teams of experts. These prizes are all international, so we have a dedicated board of advisors for each prize. Without them, we wouldn't be able to do the high-quality work of choosing worthy recipients whose work is among the most excellent in the world. Some of our choices have gone on to get the Nobel Prize shortly after they got our prize, so we're validated by a world acknowledgement of the excellence of the work. I think it's brilliant on Linda Bash's part to establish awards like this because recognition encourages and inspires. And I think it encourages future women leaders and it inspires people to do the right thing. I think I've said everything I have to say. I thank our team and I thank all of you for being here. Thank you for this award.